tonight with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing, Winston. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They'll try to throw now. Winston.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away.
Up and good for Santoso.
And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Ready. Right, 97. Right, 60.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Dorsett on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The Buccaneers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Kevin Byard. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Tua's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now Tua. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to pass. Tua eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me?
Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And a dump off here to Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Pringle.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Dorsett. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Javonte Williams with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Two are going to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Tua now on first down.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Santoso now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now it's Lockett. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
22 needle. Let's go. Clark. Will, 52.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And even 100 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Completes it to Samuel.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They go play action. Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
Up and good for Santoso.
And that will extend their lead even further.
3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2 is thrown into the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Hey, check Megan. Ready?
They'll run for it with Robinson. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The busy night continues for Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Williams.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now we give up the middle to Will. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even his long field goal goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop that down to Hubbard, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Up and good for Santoso. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on second down. Tua looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaac Yedem picks it. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, you have to be careful.